What's up everyone, it's your girl Shay here and I'm back with a brand new video for you guys. And in this video, I'm actually going to be doing a review on the anime Evil or Live, which aired during the winter anime season. And I actually started watching this anime on the podcast I'm a part of called It's in Season. So now that I've finished the anime, here's my complete review. So the anime Evil or Live is about a school that is there to help teenagers with their internet addictions. And basically, kids are not allowed cell phones, and quite obviously, there is zero internet access. The school seems to be run in a way that's very similar to like a military school that's very structured, a lot of physical activity, and just a lot of military drills in general. Also, it's kind of ran like a jail cell, since the kids can kind of be put into like solitary confinement and things like that. The anime starts off with you meeting a character by the name of Hibiki, who basically, when he gets to the school, is trying to find a way out of the school. Along the way, he ends up meeting a character by the name of Shin, who is very diabolical, also very mysterious, and seems to actually kind of run things around the school. This is mostly because of the fact that when he first meets Shin, a guard or maybe like a teacher of some sort actually seems to think that Hibiki is now one of Shin's dogs. Hibiki also meets another character by the name of Shiori, which is a lovely young lady, and I use lovely sparingly. But anyway, it's a young lady that actually Hibiki kind of met actually in school, so he knows exactly who she is. And Shiori has her own, you know, mysterious ways about her and her own issues that she's dealing with that you actually don't find out until the latter half of the series. Shiori is also Hibiki's love interest during the majority of the series, although I don't see any love between them, to be honest, during the course of the series. But I'll be honest, there is a pretty funny exchange that goes on between Hibiki and Shiori during the beginning part of the series involving a kiss. So that was actually kind of funny, if not interesting, to kind of watch. But to be completely honest, it took me a long time to actually really like this series, and it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be very much just about how an internet addiction has taken over the lives of these kids and how the school is basically there to reform them. And yes, it did have that aspect, but the series was very edgy. It started off in a weird comedic kind of way and wasn't very serious. It got serious towards the end of the series once they started introducing a lot of the characters whom had mysterious ways about them or whom had a darker past. But it took a long time for them to kind of solidify that, and I wish that they would have introduced that a little bit earlier. So it wasn't actually until the recap episode, which is episode 9.5 actually, that I started to kind of get a little bit more into the series. But even then, at that point, once the series ended, I was still thoroughly very confused and very lost, and yeah, just didn't entirely enjoy this series overall. Now, the main character Hibiki did go through a certain transformation during the course of the series. At the beginning, he did start off as a very whiny baby who was basically, you know, understandably very confused and very scared about the school that he has been put in, along with the kids that he's now around and the teachers that seem like they're out to get him. So granted, I understood. Now, but he did go from being that whiny baby to being someone who kind of started to learn how to play the game and also wanted to take down the school and basically throw the school under the bus. But that transformation for me was very abrupt, and it was just very confusing because there is a point where you see it happen, but it still, I don't know, it just, to me, just kind of came out of left field with him making that transformation. Along with when that transformation happened, you lose sight of the character Shin during most of this, so you don't know what's exactly going on with him, which was very strange. And you mostly see him interact with Shiori and a couple of other characters, but Shin, for the most part, was kind of nowhere to be seen. So overall, the series, I think, had a very interesting concept, and mostly because of the fact that internet addiction is something that is talked about during this day and age, because all of us are on our phones constantly, whether we're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. we're on it constantly, or even if we're honestly just playing a game. But bottom line, we're all on our phones all the time, and the internet is still something that's in a lot of ways still very new to us. So coming out with the concept about internet addiction and kids being addicted to the internet, because it's something that's so thoroughly talked about with kids nowadays, saying they're addicted to their phones and saying that they're addicted to the internet and they don't know what they'll do without it, that to see something like this come to life was interesting. I just didn't think it was done in the best way. One of the things that I remember one of my co-hosts, a part of It's in Season, saying is that at the beginning of it, it's very much reminiscent to him of Prison School. And while I haven't seen Prison School, and I know I still need to watch it, I was thoroughly concerned because Prison School is one of the shows that they actually dropped and they didn't exactly enjoy. So I was very skeptical about whether or not I would actually want to even continue this series. So I was pleasantly surprised when during the middle half of the series, I kind of got a little bit into it, even though I was still very, very confused. But I just think the characters could have been introduced a little bit better. I think the characters' mysterious parts of them could have been once again introduced earlier during the series and not as rushed, it seems, towards the end, with them saying, okay, well, let's give these characters some depth that you kind of know about and then let's end it. And it was kind of like very abrupt with an ending, because it was like, I'm just getting to know a lot of these characters and what they're going through, that now for you to end it is kind of strange. Not only that, there were still some very much unanswered questions, especially regarding the character Shin, but I won't actually get into that. But overall, I would have to give this show a 4 out of 10, just because of mostly enjoying the concept of it, but just the execution of it wasn't done very well for me. I also didn't really enjoy the opening or the ending theme songs, but that's just me. But if you're wanting to check out this series, it is available to stream on crunchyroll.com, which is where I streamed it from. And it's only about 12 episodes long, so you can finish it fairly quickly. And also, if you're interested in hearing what me and my co-host said about the series up to episode 6, you can actually find it on It's in Season. It's available on iTunes, and I'll leave the link in the description box below. It also has 2 other series that I'm actually going to be talking about also and doing reviews on as well, which is Kino's Journey and also King's Game, which I will actually get to later on this week during a review on those series as well. But for now, if you want to check out what we said about Evil or Live, go check it out on there. Alright, you guys, that is my review of Evil and Live. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, if you haven't seen the series, please check it out if you haven't already. And once again, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, if you're enjoying my content. And if you're watching this video and you are not subscribed to me, what are you doing? Subscribe to me so you know when I put out new videos, so you're not constantly searching on the internet. Also, with being notified when I come out with new videos, click the bell button at the bottom of this video so that you get an email when I come out with new videos. Alright, you guys, that's all I have to say. And also check out my social media accounts down below, my Instagram, my Twitter, and my blog, which I come out with blogs kind of more frequently. I'm trying to get a little better at that. But thanks again so much, and thank you guys for all your continued support. And I definitely appreciate all of you guys that check out my videos, all of you guys that have subscribed, sent comments, and I'm going to start responding to you guys more. Alright, now that's it. Bye.